Hello, this is Billy Core from the Carolina Circle Mall Wiki. Today is still Tuesday, May 13th of 2014. I'm kind of in the mood tonight. I figured why not make a second video for tonight. First one is uploading, so while it's uploading, I'll make this one. What you're looking at here is my Sega Genesis. This is one of the game consoles I play more than any other. I played this and the Super Nintendo quite a bit together. And one thing about the Genesis is it's 16-bit. I had to do that. I just had to do that. This is obviously the Genesis Model 1 edition. Just not the cleanest, but I did a little bit of a cleaning job to it this afternoon. Actually, I gave it a good wax job, and it's in great condition. Now, I initially believed that this Genesis used the VA7 board in it, which is the later revision board, which has the audio chip that isn't quite as good as the one on the VA6. The one on the VA6 is just outstanding for audio. But then the reason I thought this was because, as you can see here at the top here, it doesn't say high definition graphics on it. Which typically, if it doesn't say high definition graphics on it, it's probably going to be a VA7 board. However, this is a very rare specimen. Even though this doesn't say high definition graphics on it, this has the VA6 board in it, which was a very, very nice thing to discover, because a couple of months ago I opened it up to clean the inside of it, and I discovered, hey, it's a VA6 board. So yay! And even had a date code on here. I forget the exact date, but I can tell you that this was manufactured in September of 1992. So yeah, I'm very grateful to have this. I got it in December of 2012. I didn't really start using it until recently. So I thought we would do a little bit of gameplay. Actually, first, let's take a look at the games I've collected so far. Okay. Sonic the Hedgehog, obviously. Sonic 2. Sonic and Knuckles. And here's one donated to me by my friend Elmo3. Chuck Rock 2, Son of Chuck. Very fun game. Okay. Mortal Kombat, which I don't remember playing on the Sega Genesis when I was a kid, because I did not own a Sega Genesis when I was a kid, but I do remember playing the arcade edition of this at my dad's convenience store back in the mid-90s, so that was pretty cool right there. Mortal Kombat number 2. Believe it or not, Earthworm Jim, which is a little bit different from what I'm used to on a Windows 95 computer like this. It's what I grew up with, was the Earthworm Jim Special Edition on Windows 95, which had CD audio music in it, and a bonus level called Big Broody, which wound up being my favorite level of all time on that game, just because of its silliness. This, however, lacks the Big Broody level. This is the original one from 1994, and it has just the standard music on it. But still a very nice game to have in my collection. Don't know why someone wrote NP on it, but oh well. And another donated game from Elmo3, a game I've recently become addicted to, Championship Pro-Am. It's just a a very simple racing game that's good to play when you're bored and you don't have much time to play a game. So it's very, very enjoyable game. However, the game we'll be playing tonight is this, which is in a very strange looking cartridge. This right here is the Sega Genesis Virtua Racing cartridge. This is a very unique cartridge. In fact, this costs like $100 new, but it was worth it though because it is incredible. This is one of those games. I think this is about the only game for the Genesis that used the that took advantage of the SVP chip, which is inside this cartridge. Or it might be in the Genesis itself. I do not recall right now, because it's late at night and I can't think straight. But the issue with this, of course, is that because of the special hardware, you cannot play this. You can only play this in an authentic Genesis Model 1 or a Genesis Model 2, and I believe you can play it in the Sega Nomad, the portable version of the Genesis, which I would love to own someday. But any kind of one of those third-party Genesises you can get nowadays offline that pretty much emulates a Genesis, but claims it actually is a Genesis, this will not play on it, nor will it play on a Model 3 Genesis. So, yeah, let's get this hooked back up and let's play some Virtua Racing. I failed to mention one game I got recently, in fact as early as yesterday, Ren and Stimpy, Stimpy's Invention, which I just had to get because 90s Nickelodeon, and it's still a really real fun and funny game. It's just, I get to level 2 and there's a part there that I can't get past, so I'll get it figured out one of these days. But anyway, let's go on to the Virtua Racing. One more thing before I start playing the game. I forgot to mention this, but last week I became the owner of a Sega Genesis 6-button controller, which is good for some of the newer Sega Genesis games, and it's got all the buttons here. Not only is it a 6-button controller, but it's also a turbo controller. It has a little switch to switch it to turbo and slow, and I usually just keep it at normal. But yeah, just thought I'd show that real quick. Now I promise, we will now play the game, I promise. Okay, I got the tripod all set up. I would prefer to do this with a capture card, but unfortunately, my capture card, it's a Dell Angel TV tuner card, a USB model, and it does perfectly for everything I have hooked up to it, like my VCR, my cable box, my Packard Bell. The only thing that refuses to work with it is the Sega Genesis. It just, I guess it puts out a weird video signal that it just cannot handle, so we're just going to have to do it the old-fashioned way here. But I did this once before, and I thought it looked pretty good in my opinion. So yeah, let's fire up the Genesis and get going. Alright, always a good sign. I love this opening. Brings back memories of going to the arcade, which is why I love these arcade port games so much. They're simple to play and nostalgic at the same time. Let's get into the main menu. I love this music. Change a few options here. I always like to set it to the easy level. Hope this is coming out well on camera. I'll just do the beginner course. As you can tell, this is one of the more heavy-duty Genesis games. It's got a lot going on in it, hence the special chip it has. And know that it did not say time bomb, it said time bonus. That common misconception that I was guilty of when I first got this game. Spun out. I kind of consider this game like a primitive version of Daytona USA on the Sega Saturn. It has a lot of the same elements when you think about it. And I love Daytona USA, and I love my Saturn. Speaking of the Sega Saturn, it's still working just fine. Unfortunately, I still have just that one game for it, and that's Daytona USA. I need to get some more. I particularly want Earthworm Jim 2 and Sonic 3D Blast. I'm starting to not do so well now. I'm picking up some speed now. Trick is you gotta slow down on these curves. Yeah, this is just one of those games where if you're bored, want to play a Sega Genesis game, but you don't want anything too complicated or too complex, Virtua Racing is the way to go. And believe it or not, as expensive as they were 20 years ago, these games, if you look in the right places on eBay, are quite affordable. I think this copy I only got it for, perhaps less than $10. It's a very fun game to have around. In fact, the 32X edition of this game, from what I've seen, is even better. And once I get myself a 32X, which I plan to do in the near future, that's going to be probably the first game I'm going to get for it. Because it's this game, but better, I guess. I hope I can make it to the finish line before I run out of time. I think I might not be doing it today. I have on occasion, but... Oh, I just missed it! Yeah, if you don't win in a certain way, this game is very, very unforgiving, to say the least. While we're at it, while we're at it, one more game I want to play. I mentioned this game a while ago. we're going to play a little bit of Championship Pro-Am. It's another one of those real simple games that are just fun to play out of boredom. So we'll stick it in here. And again, thanks to Elmall3 for sending this to me. Oh yeah. And it's from 1992 by Rare. Made a lot of good games. Alright, I think I'll go with CC and from Carolina Circle Mall. This game originally got its start out on the original NES, the original Nintendo, and then it was ported over to 16-bit with the Sega Genesis, not the Super Nintendo, like you would think. And there was also a version of this game on the Game Boy, which was about the same, just in black and white, obviously. Hitting the wrong buttons. Got messed me up for good there. I want to get those missiles. Alright, got the missiles. Alright, I just shot that truck down. Now I've got to try to get this one. Now we'll get him in the next level, I suppose. Or not, we're already in first place. Okay, now we can shoot. Okay, I just got killed. Some of these have invincibility. Apparently I don't. Third place right now. I missed the missile. That's the horn, by the way. Seems completely dirt, but gotta love 16-bit era. I made that one. Oh, I got some bombs. I'm getting kind of behind again. And I'm definitely behind now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure game over, just as I thought. Not sure what causes you to get a game over, it just happens. I don't feel like continuing tonight. And that, my friends, was the update on my Sega Genesis. As you can see, it's still running perfectly well. There is one pretty significant upgrade I have coming very soon to this, once I find one of these at the right price, and that thing happens to be a Sega CD. Because, you know, it's very underrated, but from what I've seen, especially from what Elmall3 has posted on YouTube of his, it has a lot of hidden gems on it that I am just anxious to try out. Mainly because the Sega CD just screams early 90s. It's my favorite era ever, and you know I gotta have one of those. And I'm probably going to get the Model 2 Sega CD, which will work on the Model 1 Genesis just fine. would love to get the Model 1 Sega CD, but those are very expensive and very hard to come by and don't always work right. So they're awesome, but Model 2 is just a little bit more practical. So that's my Sega Genesis as of today. And so this is Billy Core signing off on May the 13th of 2014. Good night, everybody.